Hello everyone, thanks for coming. This is our 13th Seattle Angel Conference.
We have a special guest with us who's been involved in SAC for a while, and she did a really interesting analysis on the Seattle venture ecosystem, the angel ecosystem. So I want to tell you a little bit about Elaine Werfelli. She's a 25-year veteran of Microsoft, where as Director of Marketing Science, she led data science teams to answer business questions coming from the executive war room and the C-suite. Elaine is now a co-founder of the adaptive analytics startup Ecuiti, and she's also an active angel investor in town. She's been a member of SAC since round 7, so she's got some street cred. And she's passionate about helping grow a diverse startup ecosystem here in Seattle, which we all are. Everybody, please welcome Elaine Werfelli.
All right, awesome. Today, as Bob said, thank you for the intro. I am kind of a data geek, so it is my goal today to, in just a couple minutes, take you through the data value chain as it refers to the Seattle Angel Group ecosystem. So we'll start with some data, we'll move that to information, we'll transform that into knowledge, and quickly get to insights and land hopefully with value to you. So one of my colleagues and angel friends has an analogy that I'd love to share with you. And basically he says that in Whistler, if you live in Whistler, man, it's all about the snow and participating in the snow. Well, here in Seattle, our snow happens to be our fantastic dynamic startup ecosystem. And so it's great that you are here to enjoy the snow today, so thank you for participating. Whether you are an entrepreneur or an angel investor or a supporter or transitioning into one of those, it's great to have you here today. And the information that I would like to share with you will hopefully help you map, as a ski map would, some of the slopes in the angel group ecosystem. What you see here on the screen is 8 of today's Seattle angel groups. And what I want you to look at is that there is a great difference between the industries that they participate and fund, the stage at which they like their entrepreneurs to come to them, and the form of which the group takes. Today we are here to talk about, and it is the event for SAC. And SAC does focus on early and seed stages, but is sector agnostic. Both Wings and Eliminate have an industry focus, whether that be clean tech or medical technologies. Puget Sound Venture Club has a tech, non-tech splits. They are early post-revenue and as a network. We don't want to forget Tags or SAF with their most recent name change to Sea Change. And then at the end of the spectrum, moving into Series A, post-revenue, we have Alliance of Angels and Keiretsu Forum. So it's really important to start to understand that all angels are not alike and all angel groups are not alike. And hopefully this information can help you navigate to match your needs with the expertise in and outside this room. I want to let you know that as a data gal, I want to go a lot further than that. But what it was important to me was to really bring this story to life for you. And so that's what we're going to do today. I've created some dancing bubbles that we will walk through that talk about the timeline for Seattle Angels as a group. So let's start with 2010. There were 5 of those 8 groups on the scene. Along the y-axis is number of deals. So if you see over time the bubble going up and down, that means the number of deals that they've done from year to year has been changing. Along the x-axis, what we have is the average deal size. So you might be able to see that the axis spreads from $0 to $1 million. and you'll watch and see how those bubbles transgress that whole axis over the next 7 years as we go through. Then the size of the bubbles is the number of members within each group. And what actually you'll see is that changes the least as we march through time. Now, I know that there is not a one-to-one mapping between the average size of deal and which that entrepreneur enters in, whether that be early stage, seed stage, or Series A. But I wanted to give you some frame of reference as you see these groups change over time, that there is a sequence in both how the entrepreneurs tend to see funding as those rounds go and as the angel groups here in town. The 5 that you can see here, I want to make sure that you can read that with wings in the lower left. Then we have Element 8. We see AOA and Pacific Sound Venture Club right below AOA, and we have Keiretsu Forum. So as we move to 2011, we start to see the changes that are happening in our ecosystem. So Keiretsu, for example, increased in both number of deals and average deal size. This Keiretsu Forum has a number of forums here in the Pacific Northwest. So it's not just Seattle. These numbers do contain Portland and some other regions in the Northwest. So what we see here is that the Wings has increased their average deal size, as has both AOA and Pacific Venture Club. So when we start to move then into 2012, SAC comes on board. SAC in that early stage to address the early needs of entrepreneurs. There are changes in both that average deal size by group and the number of deals. Now in 2013, TAGS is on the scene, where we can see that there is this nice grouping and support for entrepreneurs within early and seed stage. And AOA has now migrated kind of into that, blending that seed and Series A, of which they will stay for the rest of the time. Puget Sound Venture Club has a great number of deals. I want you to see how in that year of between 2013 and 2014, they almost doubled their number of deals. As we move into 2015, we now start to see that there is a little bit of bifurcation. And as we see 2016, we now have SAF entering the mix and Keiretsu AOA in our Series A, and Wings, Puget Sound Venture Club, SAC, SAF, TAGS, and Element 8 straddling the early stage and seed stage. 2017 numbers haven't been released yet, so as soon as they are, I'll incorporate them and make sure that that is posted on the SAC website so you get that. But in the meantime, this is the latest to give you that lay of the land or that mapping for your ski slope. So what I'd like you to be thinking about is, if you're sitting here as an entrepreneur, making sure that you remember that all angel groups are not alike. It's important to know the stage they invest in, that average deal size for you to expect, as it probably won't cover your full round. The industry focus that they have, and the members that they have, so you can match your needs with their expertise. As angels in the room, it's great to know as you develop your thesis and build your diversified portfolio, that there are a number of groups out there where you can find like-minded investors, as well as mentoring the entrepreneurs that you fund and advise along the way for the right fit for their journey. So with that, I'll leave you with the thought of starting with the right angel group for you.
Hi, this is John Seacrest. Thanks for joining me. Take a look at our other work at the SeattleAngelConference.com. Thank you very much.